Taiwan is in trouble. Today, I'll be discussing a recent article from Xinhua News titled "China Urges US to Immediately Stop Arming Taiwan." And we'll explore how this media constructs its meaning, how it attempts to influence its audience, and the broader political and social context that shapes its meaning. First, let's set the stage. Xinhua is a state-run media outlet in China, known for reflecting the official stance of the Chinese government. This article responds to the ongoing sale of weapons from the US to Taiwan, a highly contentious issue. Xinhua's framing portrays the sale of arms as a direct violation of China's sovereignty and calls for both the US and Taiwan to cease any action supporting Taiwan's independence. Let's focus on the framing and language. Xinhua's article uses loaded terms like separatist forces and Taiwan's independence, which immediately paints Taiwan's government and those activating for independence in a negative light. This kind of language creates an us versus them dichotomy, where China is positioned as defending peace and sovereignty, while Taiwan's actions are framed as provocations leading to instability. From a discourse analysis perspective, this is a strategic use of language to shape public opinion both within China and internationally. It presents a situation as a defense of China's territorial integrity, appealing to the nationalistic sentiments. By doing so, the article reinforces China's legitimacy and authority over Taiwan in the eyes of its domestic audience. On the other hand, it subtly warns external forces like US by stating that Taiwan's military buildup will lead to its own destruction. Xinhua is not only addressing Taiwan, but also sending a strong signal to the international community, especially the US, to stay out of China's internal affairs. Using the propaganda model by Noah Chomsky and Edward Hiram, we can see how this article fits into the broader system where state-controlled media serves as a mouthpiece for government interests. The article emphasizes sovereignty and national security, but is also designed to maintain public support for China's policies on Taiwan and discredit Taiwan's leadership. Notice how it repeatedly references Taiwan's leadership as adhering to Taiwan's independent stance. This makes it easier to justify China's military actions and delegitimize Taiwan's claims for autonomy. Xinhua's audience extends far beyond China's borders. While this article is aimed primarily at domestic audience, reinforcing the government's narrative on Taiwan, it is also tailored for international readers. The goal is to legitimize China's stance on Taiwan and counter any narratives that portray Taiwan as a sovereign entity deserving of military support. This strategic use of media serves two functions. One, to bolster internal utility, and two, to signify their image internationally. In terms of strength, the article effectively uses clear and assertive language to communicate China's position. It's persuasive for an audience that already aligns with the Chinese state views, emphasizing sovereignty and security. However, one of its weaknesses lies in its one-dimensional approach. For an international audience, particularly in countries sympathetic to Taiwan, the article may come across as propaganda. A more nuanced discussion that acknowledges Taiwan's perspective or the complexities of US-Taiwan relations might make the piece more credible to a broader audience. To improve, the text could incorporate more diverse viewpoints, or even acknowledge the reasons behind Taiwan's desire for military support. This would demonstrate a more balanced perspective and potentially broaden its influence beyond the pro-China audience.